Hey, the very first time you power on the Acer Predator Helios Neo 16S and see that 16-inch OLED pulse to life at 240 Hz, there's this immediate sense that you're finally sitting in front of a machine that actually keeps up with you, not the other way around. This is for the kind of person who's done watching scenes blur through motion, who knows the frustration of gameplay that almost feels smooth but never quite lands, and who recognizes quality the moment performance feels instant and confident. You've lived with stutters and compromise long enough, and deep down you know when something better actually matters. Before anything else, check the current price and stock so you know exactly what's available right now. High-end gaming laptops like this don't stay at predictable levels when players discover what they're missing. You probably knew it was time to upgrade after too many sessions where the visuals didn't keep pace, moments where a boss fight turned into a blur because frames lagged, where intense motion left shadows and hesitation behind, or where scenes that should feel cinematic just felt constrained. You caught yourself lowering settings, closing apps, or fighting for smoothness instead of letting the experience just flow, and that's the moment you realize you've outgrown compromise. Swapping to this feels like a release. Workloads and gameplay don't stutter when things get intense. That 240 Hz rate isn't just a spec, it feels silky and decisive, especially when every frame matters in fast-paced play. The OLED panel doesn't just look sharp, it feels alive because colors and contrast have depth you actually notice. The moment you hit play, everything feels confident, movement is fluid, detail stays crisp, and response feels fast instead of delayed. In real life this changes how you play and create. You're deep into a match and every motion feels intentional because the screen doesn't lag behind your reflexes. You're editing or streaming and performance stays composed, so nothing pulls you out of the moment. You're multitasking, chatting, recording clips, running tools, and the system just keeps up instead of asking for patience. The RTX 5070Ti delivers visuals that feel expansive without collapsing under load, and that core ultra horsepower means performance doesn't just exist, it sustains. What stands out most isn't just the raw capability, it's the confidence that comes with headroom. Once you've lived with hardware that doesn't hesitate or falter, anything weaker feels like a compromise you don't want to return to. If you're even slightly curious, don't let stock dips or odd price swings decide for you. Machines this capable tend to disappear fast once players hear what they actually do. You might wonder if a high refresh rate really matters. That gap dissolves the moment motion feels fluid, crisp, and real instead of blurred or choppy. The balance between CPU and GPU here doesn't just match your expectations, it elevates them. And the RGB lighting doesn't distract, it feels intentional, like your machine finally reflects how you play. One pleasant surprise most people don't expect right away is how immersive everything feels. Not because it's louder or brighter, but because it stays sharp and smooth when it could easily fall apart. Gameplay feels exceptionally fluid, visuals stay rich and detailed, multitasking doesn't slow you down, your setup feels powerful and intentional, performance keeps pace with ambition, it runs warm under heavy load, and once you've felt this, weaker systems feel slow. At some point the comparison loop just ends. You stop flipping between specs and reviews and go with the system that already feels like the one you'll actually use every day, the one that matches how you play, create, and engage. If you've outgrown slow frames, laggy moments, and setups that can't keep pace with you, don't let this be the upgrade you delay and regret later. Check availability now, decide with confidence, and let your gaming finally feel like it's meant to.